to Sana I.E. I'm your host, XO, and it's Monday. Monday. What is this? Second to last week of March, man. This year has been blowing by. We headed towards April. April is your boy's birthday. Shout out to all the Taurus out there in the Aries. But yeah, this month has just been flowing by, and I'm really grateful for it. A lot of blessings this month, a lot of knowledge received this month. Shout out to my guest that's been on the podcast episodes this month, AJ Veer and Art Trail, just really informing us about their journeys, and just this whole month in general. Last episode was discussing mental health, the happiness chemicals in your head, dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, and the endorphins, and just really discussed as well in last episode how to make somebody feel seen. If you haven't heard last episode, go back, take a listen, let me know what you think. Leave a 5-star review on sanai.com or even Apple Podcasts. Apple Podcasts got all the reviews that you can leave for us. But I'm grateful, and I appreciate y'all for tuning in to today's show. And shout out to the loyal people, the loyal listeners that's been around, the loyalists. I really appreciate y'all really rocking with me, supporting the show, shouting out the show, sharing with the friends, sharing with the family. Just really thank you for all the support. If you want to be on the emailing list, get updates about new shows, as well as the fan gear that I'm working on, let me know. Hit up the website sanai.com and just get on the emailing list, and we got little surprises for y'all. But thank you for tuning in to Sana I.E. And on today's episode, I'm gonna hit y'all with some Netflix picks, my Netflix recommendations, some movies that I've seen, some shows that I've seen, some documentaries that I've seen, some that I haven't seen, and just some stuff that's on my watch list right now. So I think I got 4 shows, 4 movies, and 4 documentaries for y'all on today's show. But let's start off with the quote of the day. My first quote is, "Overnight success is a myth. It takes years of hard work, sweat, blood, and tears to become an overnight success." And that's true. And it's just like really just sticking with your grind, sticking with your journey, sticking with the path. And I know Kobe said it best, R.I.P. Kobe, it's about the journey, not the destination. If you already know the destination, embrace and enjoy the journey of what you're going through. Whatever you want to pursue, if you want to be a lawyer, a doctor, an entrepreneur, a businessman, a businesswoman, whatever your journey is, whatever you see your end goal is, enjoy the journey. It's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to be an overnight success. We all want that overnight success, but why would you, if you get it overnight, can you keep it longer than a night? Keep it over a span of time. So I think it's about learning how to be successful within the journey versus trying to be wanting overnight success. It's like, okay, if you're blessed with overnight success, is how are you going to sustain it? And that just comes down to being within the journey, that hard work that you put in, that sweat, that blood, those tears, those long nights, early morning, those dedicated times to where you really have to put into the grind, put into the journey, those the things that you do behind closed doors that nobody sees, that work that you're putting in. And that's just what it's all about, really preparing you for that overnight success, for the success in general. So once again, the quote is, "Overnight success is a myth. It takes years of hard work, sweat, blood, and tears to become an overnight success." And my next quote is, "You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, and how you can still come out of it." I'm going to say it over. You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, and how you can still come out of it. Man, and we all encounter defeats or failures on our journey, on our path in life. And it says you encounter many defeats, but must not be defeated. Anything that you feel like you failed at, or anything that you feel like defeated you, it's not really you being defeated. It's you learning a lesson, or learning or growing, or learning from that failure, learning from that defeat. You can't let that defeat hold you down or keep you down. You can't let you be defeated. Like it says, in fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats / failures so you can know who you are. I bet if right now, I'm thinking back to some of my failures, some of my defeats in my life, and I've grown stronger from them. I've learned my lessons from them. I've risen through the fire of defeat and became who I am. And that's what it comes down to. You got to really look back at what failures or what defeats you had in your life and how you rose from it. You may be going through the same thing right now and you're not knowing it, but it lets you know who you are, what you can rise from, and how you can still come out of it. So don't be defeated by your failures or defeats. Let those failures and defeats be your story, be your testimony. You're only being tested to your testimony. So anything you're dealing with right now, any defeats, any failures, any trials and tribulations, any hardships with friends, relationships, family members, it's just all being a test to be created to be your testimony. But once again, the quote is, you may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, and how you can still come out of it. And I'll be right back with Sana I.E. All right, topic of discussion, not on topics, but my Netflix recommendations. I got 4 shows, 4 movies, and 4 documentaries. I'm gonna start off with my TV shows. And with these TV shows, I watched 3 of the 4. The 4th one is on my list, and the 4th one I plan on watching. But let's get started with the first one. The first show, fellas, if you listen to this is the show you want to watch with your shorty. It's a dope show. The whole theme behind it is cool. It's called Ginny and Georgia. Me and my girl started watching this, and we ended up binging it because it was so good. It's about a free-spirited mother and her 2 kids. Well, they moved to a small town for a fresh start. And in the first episode, the mom and the daughter make a big impression on the town. And like I said, we started binge watching it. It was just an overall dope show. Like each episode drew you in more and more and more and more in. And by the end, you like, yo, when's next season dropping? So that's really how we got hooked into it. We just stumbled across it. The next show that I recommend, that I'm big about, I'm a big fan of martial arts and shows with dope graphics. And this show, Into the Badlands, is a great show. It's action adventure. It's about a warrior who's escaping to a distant city, and a mysterious boy. They tangle and meet each other in the Territorial Warlands, and they're highly trained killers. And these highly trained killers, they all, like I said, if you love martial arts, you love good graphics, an action adventure show with a great theme, a great plot, great characters, great actors. When I say great actors, I mean the actors play their part well. So check out Into the Badlands. Trust me, it's binge-worthy too. I have to believe 3 seasons of it, but by the time you get finished, it'll be April. For real. And my next up is this show right here, Grand Army. It's 5 students at the largest public school in Brooklyn, and they take on a chaotic world as they fight to succeed, survive, break free, and seize their future. And this show reminds me of Degrassi with the New York twist. If you've seen Degrassi, y'all know what Degrassi is. Grand Army, just like I said, it reminds me of Degrassi, just with a New York twist. It's a good show, great show. And overall, each character goes through some type of test and gets tested, and it's just overall good. If you want a good show, if you was a big fan of Degrassi, check out Grand Army. Next up is on my watch list, and this show I've been seeing great previews of it, the trailer and whatnot, and this show is called The One. It's about a DNA researcher. She helps discover a way to find the perfect partner and creates a bold new matchmaking service. So I'm like, okay, if you see, I'm pretty sure you probably seen the trailer. Like I said, it's called The One. And just hearing that right now, just watching the trailer, I'm like, how do you make, just off of DNA, find your perfect partner and make a matchmaking service off of that? So I'm going to have to check that out and let y'all know probably next week. Because, yeah. So The One, like I said, I have 4 shows, 4 movies, and 4 documentaries. Those are my 4 shows. Once again, the first one was Ginny and Georgia. Number 2 was Into the Badlands. Number 3, Grand Army. And on my watch list, number 4, The One. Now I'm gonna hit y'all with some movies. And the first movie is on my watch list again. It's called Rogue City. Caught in the crosshairs of police corruption and warring gangs, a global cop must protect his squad from, like I said, I've seen these previews too. It's an action movie. It's a great movie. So check out Rogue City. Let me know what y'all think. I'll be checking it out and letting y'all know in the next Netflix recommendation show. And this movie, next up, was recommended to me by my girl. It's called Shot Collar. Trying to go straight, a once successful businessman fresh out of prison is forced to orchestrate a crime or risk his family. It's another action movie, and I haven't seen it. It's on my watch list, so I'm gonna check that out. And she recommended it to me. I was surprised. She was like, yeah, you should check this out. I was like, and she don't even watch action movies like that, so I'm gonna have to check out Shot Collar and see what that's about. And the next up is, this is a movie comedy. If you love Eddie Murphy, you know Eddie Murphy is comedy and everything he plays in. I think this is one of his latest movies, Dolomite Is My Name. In the 1970s, a struggling comedian hits it big with a raunchy alter ego, Dolomite, and then risk it all to take his act on the big screen. So yeah, if you're a big fan of Eddie Murphy, you love comedy movies, you love all his movies, check out Dolomite. It's a comedy / musical, I want to say, but it's very funny. And yeah, check it out. Let me know what y'all think. Hit me up on sanaie.com and let me know what y'all think. Next up is like a rom-com, The Lovebirds. If you're a fan of Issa Rae, check out The Lovebirds. This movie is comedy, and it's basically about when a couple in the fast lane to Splitsville is involved in a murder. They take off on a wild race to find the killer and clear their names. Hilarious show. Check it out. And those are the 4 movies. Once again, The Lovebirds, Dolomite Is My Name, Shot Collar, and Rogue City. And next up, we have the 4 documentaries. Let me see these 4. With these 4, I've seen one of these 4, but these other 3 are on my list. The first one, which is on my list, is The Last Blockbuster. I know we've been hearing a lot about how Blockbuster failed to acquire Netflix at the time when they were offered Netflix in a meeting, and they honestly laughed in Netflix's face, and now you look back at it like, who's really laughing? So The Last Blockbuster, give me a second, I'm gonna give y'all a brief break. Back to what I was discussing. The documentary, The Last Blockbuster. This nostalgic documentary reveals the real story of Blockbuster's demise and how one last location in Oregon keeps the spirit alive. Blockbuster. Hey, I was a big fan of Blockbuster. I always used to be there renting videos, renting games. It was just always one of my favorite stores. And who would have thought like Netflix would have wiped them out, like dead ass. And Now it's like, damn, there's only one Blockbuster left in Oregon. Like, how do they sustain that? How do you have just one left after being a multi-million-dollar company? I believe this documentary tells us how. So the last Blockbuster on Netflix. The next on my list is Operation Varsity Blues. And if you like me, you've been like watching the college admission scandal. And this documentary investigates the mastermind behind a scam to get the kids of the rich and famous families into top U.S. Universities. And I'm like, yo, Netflix is really dropping the documentaries on us. And Operation Varsity Blues is on my watch list. And just hearing the brief description and watching the trailer of it, I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a good one. So I'm gonna give y'all the info or what I've learned when I watch it in the next Netflix show, which would be what we're looking at today is the 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. So I believe like the 29th. I'm gonna hit y'all with another 29th and give y'all an update on those two documentaries. And the next documentary, this one right here, man. This is honestly one of my favorite documentaries on Netflix. This documentary, The Social Dilemma, is huge, man. And you watching it, you'll be like, what the fuck? Because all of it's true. And this drama hybrid explores the dangerous human impact of social networking, with the tech people sounding alarm on their own creations. And it's basically everybody who's behind and created like WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, MySpace, and I don't think MySpace is in there, but who developed all the social networking apps, and they're like letting y'all know what is going on. They'll give us an inside, in-depth look on everything that's going on with social networking and the social dilemma. It has a huge impact on humans. So check out The Social Dilemma on Netflix. And last but not least, this is another one that's on my watch list. This show or documentary called Rotten. This docuseries travels deep into the heart of the food supply chain to reveal unsavory truths and expose hidden forces that shape what we eat. I'm gonna give y'all a brief break and I'll be right back. Recap. Thank you everybody for tuning into Sana IE. And man, I know this episode was just Netflix picks and some of my Netflix recommendations, but I had to get them out because I know a lot of people have been requesting my Netflix and some Netflix recommendations. So I'm incorporating that more into the episodes and into this season, season 5. And so that's the picks that I'll drop today. It was like I have a Netflix picks and a Netflix watch list, I guess. So that's what I dropped for y'all. But let me hit y'all with the quotes of the day. My first quote was, overnight success is a myth. It takes years of hard work, sweat, blood, and tears to become an overnight success. And that's real. Anything you became successful at didn't happen overnight. It's like going to school, going to college, something of that nature where you have to put that time in and really educate yourself to become successful, to graduate. So overnight success is a myth. We all want that overnight success because we think it's easily attainable. But anything easily attainable will easily vanish. So put that work in, put that time in, focus on the journey, not the destination. And the next quote is, you may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, and how you can still come out of it. Defeat, failure, hard times. Everybody goes through it and faces it in their own ways. If you've been defeated or you faced defeat, don't let defeat defeat you. Don't be defeated. Don't become overconsumed with failure or defeat, and so totally consumed in it that you're like, yo, this is who I am. All I am is that you just speak bad about yourself. And it's like, nah. Everybody's been defeated or faced a failure or had that. But you can't let that hold you back or hold you from aspiring to who you're truly meant to be. It's just a time in your life that you're going through. Defeat it. Don't let it become you. Overcome it. Then we talked about my Netflix picks / my Netflix watch list. Started with a binge-worthy TV show, Ginny and Georgina. Then I got into the next show, Into the Badlands. And the third show, which is a show I highly recommend, is Grand Army. It's a great show, a good show. Watch it. Like I said, it's like the New York Degrassi. So check that out. Then I recommend, what's on my watch list too, is The One. Like I said, a DNA researcher helps discover a way to find the perfect partner and creates a bold new matchmaking service. If you watch that, or if you plan on watching that shit, we can watch that together. We have a little Sanae watch party. But yeah, The One. Let me know what you think when you see it, or if you've seen it. Leave a review. Let me know. Hit me up on the email. Hit me up on the DMs at Sanae Podcast. And let me know y'all opinions or any recommendations that y'all have as far as TV shows or binge-worthy TV shows too. Then I got into my movies watch list. Number 1 was Rogue City, about a loyal cop caught in the crosshairs of police corruption and warring gangs. Check that out. If you've seen Rogue City as well, let me know what y'all think and let me know y'all opinions, as well as another action movie that's dope to see, as well as Shot Collar. Successful businessman fresh out of prison faced an orchestrated crime or risk his family. That right there pulls me in and seems intriguing, so I'm gonna watch that and let y'all know about that ASAP. I'll discuss Dolomite Is My Name. If you've seen that, Eddie Murphy, like I said, Eddie Murphy, any movie he is in is comedy. I think my favorite Eddie Murphy films have to be Beverly Hills Cops. Next up, if you're a big fan of Issa Rae, check out The Lovebirds. Then I got into the documentaries, my documentary watch list. The first one was The Last Blockbuster. The next one is Operation Varsity Blues, about the college admissions scandal. And the documentary investigates the mastermind behind a scam to get the kids of rich and famous families into top U.S. universities. Then one of my favorite documentaries on Netflix, The Social Dilemma. This impacts the human brain, the human psyche, and it impacts us as human about social networking. And the last one up is which one I'm gonna watch is Rotten, which is a docuseries that travels deep into the heart of the food supply chain to reveal unsavory truths and expose hidden forces that shape what we eat. And I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Every day we have plenty of opportunities to get angry, stressed, or offended. But what are you doing when you indulge these negative emotions? Is giving something outside yourself power over your happiness? You can choose to not let little things upset you. Have a great week.